Howdy doody. Been working on the book. So you see how I'm just sort of doing small things that don't have to be perfect. You don't even have to make your goal 100%, but at the end of the day, progress is still being made. And this is what I had to do to trick myself out of the all or nothing problem. All right, so last week, rent the venue. No, I did not rent the venue, but I went and got the paperwork from the people and I talked to the lady. So I feel like, that feels like progress. So now I'm just gonna write, fill out papers. I mean, that's a small step, right? That doesn't even mean that I'm going to actually do the thing. It's just a step in that direction. And if it's so easy to do, then maybe you could take another step. And that's how I kind of make progress there. Also, 5 push-ups for 5 days instead of my usual 4. That was pretty easy and kind of fun. So I was able to do that, but not so easily that I don't even have to think about it. So that's when I would take a goal away, when it's just uh, my other phone's ringing. Can be easily done. So I'm gonna leave the 5 push-ups, 5 days, and see here in the first couple of weeks, my goals almost completely changed except for one of them. But over the last 2 weeks, I'm basically keeping them the same, only slightly different. Uh, and then the last thing I wrote, Lent for 1 hour. The last few days I've really struggled with this. And this happens to me every time. I want to do something and you start feeling better and you're like, oh, I got this. So then let's throw everything at it. And then that's when the crash and burns happen. For me, that's when the spiritual warfare, the family that's supposed to be your family that isn't. So I'm going to keep the Lent on there for 1 hour, even though I really, really want to move it to a half an hour or something. I know that that's going to be so very difficult. And I've got two, um, what do you call it, sets of hatchlings. My chicken's going to hatch over the next week. I'm just going to be very busy. So I don't want to make things so hard on myself that it's just a crash and burn and I feel like I haven't done anything. So that's something to talk about too, maintenance. Everybody is always like, get there. I totally get it. You just want to get there. You just want to feel better, do the thing, right? But maintenance, once you get there and that um, direction is gone, the goal keeping, the actually feeling good from making your goals and stuff, you kind of feel like you're floundering, like, um, what now? And that's where people can mess up and completely just let go of what they've done. That's why I am always like, I've got new goals, new things happening. Last year, my goal was to get a pull up, to read the Bible, to start a YouTube channel, and I did all of that. You have to be willing to do it when you're not ready, willing to learn and get better at the thing. Like for me, I'm trying to get better at our farming business and do better with our garden this year. Um, and the Lent thing is very important to me right now. Not sure. And there again, what am I going to do after Lent? It's not like I want to actually uh, start doing the thing that I've been wanting to quit. It's going to be maintenance for, hopefully, for life, that I continue to maintain the goal that I've reached. So, uh, because God willing, there's going to come a day that you lose the weight. Then what? What'd you lose the weight for? You know? And that's really something that's very important to let go of, because the number does not matter. I promise you, it doesn't. What matters is what you're going to gain from having lost the weight, and those things you can do now. I had zero self-confidence um, in my abilities, and that's just wrong, because if you go look on YouTube or TikTok or somewhere, There's so many inspirational stories, and you can tell you know when somebody is trying to sell you something or when they're lying or when maybe it didn't play out like that. Obesity can you can see the pain and the struggle in someone else if you've been morbidly obese like I have. It's just I can see your lies coming, okay? Go find those people. I'm not saying to do what they did, but I want you to look at their beginning stories. Everybody had to start somewhere. They have to you have to do it embarrassed. You have to do it when you're not ready. You have to do it even when you feel like you're not doing it right. Because the point is that you are doing it. Stop sitting on the couch, stop researching, and start doing. I could tell you that there can and will be a life beyond obesity. Being in a ketogenic state works for me. Maybe, being vegan or fasting or straight carnivore, all of those things could work for you. The point is that you're going in the direction of your goals, whatever they may be. This atomic habits can work for starting a business, building a house, changing your body. Ask me how I know. Um, I just here to be hopeful and to be somebody that says, I did it, I lost the weight, and don't follow exactly what I did, but start your own thing. All right. And I think that this is something that everybody can do, whether it has to do with weight or not. And please ask me any questions pertaining to this. I really want to help. The only people that I've found on here so far are people that have already come through their journey. So if you're still there, if over 100 pounds, you've got to lose. You're a stay-at-home mom. See, people are always like, "Why have I have the time?" My situation was the opposite. I had all the time in the world. You know how hard it is to resist, cookies and stuff when you have all day long your kids at school and all you have in your life is cleaning and cooking for your family. All right, I get it. I really do. And this way of eating and these mental habit stackings really worked for me. And I hope that my doing this and rambling on that you're going to see that I'm telling you the truth. I'm not trying to tell you anything. You can lose the weight. You where there's a will, there is a way, honey, and you can and you will. That's all I know. I will see ya later.